Good day, everyone. Welcome back to V-Class TV. This is Teacher Jackie. This week, we are going to talk about identifying visual elements. For that, we have the following learning competencies and objectives to tackle this week. Welcome to Day 1. If you are new to my channel, click the subscribe button to stay updated with our lessons. Previously, I had this quiz bee with you. If you missed it, you can click the link above and take it first. Come back here once you're done. This week, we will focus on visual elements. Before that, let's take a look at these images first. What can you say about picture 1? How about picture 2? How do you interpret these abstract paintings? What can you say about the way the lines, shapes, and colors were used? And what did you feel upon looking at the images? Before going to the lesson, let's unlock the hidden words on this word puzzle. Unlock the hidden words by finding the general terms in the word hunt. Next, put the words in the vocabulary table alongside their meanings. Let's check your work. Here are the words that you will encounter this week. Here are the words that you can find from the word hunt: illustration, drawing, graphics, visuals, abstract, images, shapes, lines, icon, and colors. Please take note of these terms on your notebook as it will serve as your choices for the next activity. Here we go. Use the terms you wrote on your notebook. Write the term in line with its meaning. Let's continue with this slide. Let's check your work. If you couldn't get them right, study at home. These are the words that we will use this week. In addition, prepare the following art materials for an upcoming art activity. Welcome to Day 2. Reaching this point of the video means you are learning from me. I hope you don't mind clicking the like button. Thank you! Today, we will begin with the first topic: identifying visual elements using spaces. Let's talk about forms of arts. Proportion in art refers to the relative size and scale of elements within a composition, specifically how parts relate to each other and to the whole. It is a fundamental principle used to create harmony, realism, or intended distortion, such as in human figures or abstract work. Because of the limits of nature, art objects are limited to the dimensions of space and time. Let's focus on spaces of arts. Two-dimensional art occurs on flat surfaces, like paper, canvas, or walls. This dimension can be made through drawing, painting, or printing on a flat surface. Three-dimensional art goes beyond flat surfaces to encompass height, width, and depth. This dimension can be made through carving, modeling, casting, or assembly. Four-dimensional art is a creative concept that goes beyond traditional three-dimensional art by introducing the element of time as the fourth dimension. In this context, dimensions are typically defined as length, width, height, and time. You can compare 2D, 3D, and 4D shapes this way. Now, do you remember this assignment? Yes, we are going to use the materials in the following activity. Sit with your group. Do the category that your teacher will assign for you to do. You may go out of the classroom for better environment setup, but it all depends on your teacher. Use your imagination to create artwork. Group 1, you will make a two-dimensional art, or 2D. Group 2, make a three-dimensional art or 3D. And Group 3, make a four-dimensional art or 4D. Present your work to the class. Welcome to day 3. If you are enjoying our lessons here, you might as well find us on Facebook and TikTok so you can chat with us. Today, let's dive deeper to our lessons. Let's talk about deriving meaning based on visual elements. To appreciate and interpret artworks appropriately, one must understand and learn the 7 basic elements of visual art: line, shape, form, texture, value, color, and space. In this topic, we shall focus more on understanding the importance of lines, shapes, and colors to convey the meaning of an artwork. Lines are marks moving in a space between 2 points. Artists use many different types of lines, including actual, implied, vertical, horizontal, diagonal, and contour lines. Each line has a different meaning, curve, length, thickness, and flexibility. Let's now discuss about types of lines and their implied meaning in arts. Vertical lines, straight up and down lines that move in space without any slant and are perpendicular to horizontal lines. They suggest height and strength because they extend towards the sky and seem unshakable. Horizontal lines, straight lines parallel to the horizon that move from left to right. They suggest width, distance, calmness, and stability. Diagonal lines, straight lines that slant in any direction except horizontal or vertical. When in use, they suggest movement or lack of stability. Zigzag lines, a series of diagonal lines joined at ends. They can convey action and excitement, as well as restlessness and anxiety. Curved lines, lines that bend and change direction gradually. They can be simply wavy or spiral. Such lines convey feelings of comfort, ease, and sensual quality as they remind us of the human body. Spiral lines convey action, excitement, restlessness, and anxiety. Shapes are created when a line is enclosed. Shape is one of the 7 elements of art, and it has a variety of uses in the creation of art. 2 general types of shapes in an artwork. One, we have geometric shapes, precise shapes that can be described using mathematical formulas. For example, circle, square, triangle, oval, rectangle, parallelogram, trapezoid, pentagon, pentagram, hexagon, and octagon. And of course, we have free-form shapes, also called organic shapes, are irregular and uneven shapes. Their outlines may be curved, angular, or a combination of both. Shapes play essential roles in the creation of drawings and paintings. Shapes help to create complex drawings and paintings, affect the composition, and contribute to the balance within a work. Shapes and their implied meaning. Squares mean strength, security, reliability, and discipline. Triangles mean movement, balance, risk, and stability. Circles mean eternity, universe, and mystery. Spirals mean growth, intelligence, creativity, and modernity. If lines and shapes convey different meanings, then so do colors. The symbolism of colors is one of the most exciting aspects of visual communication. Most commonly used implied meanings of colors. Red is the color of fire and blood. It is also associated with excitement, energy, passion, and sexuality. It also symbolizes desire, power, speed, and strength. On the other hand, it also stands for aggression, danger, violence, and war. Many of us, consider red to be a color of love, but it is more related to the excitement of falling in love and waking passion for the other person. Red is also a color of Christmas, bringing joy, warmth, and safety. Moreover, it is widely used in flags and signs associated with pride. Yellow is a color associated with sun, brightness. It symbolizes optimism, energy, joy, happiness, and friendship. It might also stand for intellect. On the contrary, yellow can indicate jealousy, betrayal, illness, and danger. It is strongly associated with food, often evoking cheerful feelings. Orange is a secondary color that combines two primary colors, red and yellow. It stands for energy, happiness, and the joy of life. Moreover, it is associated with great enthusiasm, encouragement, determination, and stimulation. It is a color of creativity. Blue is a cool and calming primary color for intelligence, openness, spirituality, and creativity. Blue is popular among large concerns, hospitals, and airlines since it symbolizes wisdom, trust, loyalty, and strength. It is relaxing and connotes calmness and peace. It is always associated with the color white. Green. Green is the color of nature and the environment that combines the power of blue and yellow. It is associated with growth, health, renewal, youth, harmony, freshness, and fertility. On the other hand, it can symbolize safety, symbolically and physically. Also, in some cultures, green is always associated with good fortune, money luck. Purple has the stability of blue and the energy of red, two primary colors. It is associated with royalty, nobility, ceremony, mystery, transgression, and spirituality. It also symbolizes both wisdom and enlightenment. It is a strong indicator of imagination. Some of the colors have the same symbolism, hence, it is in the hands of the artist to emphasize colors in an artwork. Color combinations, lightness, darkness, brightness, lightness, and the like are some of the aspects affecting the impact of colors in an artwork. Now, let's do this activity. Interpret the image using the ideas you gained on visual elements, lines, colors, and shapes, and the symbolism implied. Number 1, we have an image of a rose. For number 2, we have an image of a parrot. And for number 3, we have some smileys. Welcome to day 4. Are you interested with a PowerPoint presentation in this video? Chat with me on Facebook. I have available PowerPoint packages for you. Let's now move on to identifying real or make-believe fact or non-fact images. Let's simply compare real or realistic versus make-believe images. Real or realistic images are said to be artworks that portray real meaning in life. It could happen in real life, and it does exist. On the other hand, make-believe images are the opposite, and they do not occur in real life. These are manifestations of imagination and combined illusions and fantasies, evoking make-believe artistry. Realistic images are considered factual since they evoke reality and can happen in real life. And it does exist. Also, it is proven. Make-believe images are considered non-factual since they evoke a non-realistic perspective, imagination, and cannot happen in real life. It does not exist and will not be proven. Now, let's try this activity. Identify the image as real or not. Write RF for real, factual, and MB for make-believe or non-factual. Justify your answer in a sentence. Look at number 1. I'm doing it for you. Number 1 is RF. This is a real or factual image because tigers are real animals. Now you do 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now here's a performance task that you can do at home. Using the magazines or resource materials that you have, cut out images and paste them on the appropriate column. Cut and paste as many as you can. Welcome to day 5. Thank you for really reaching this far. Check out our playlist for more lessons in English grade 4. Before proceeding to your final activity for this week, let me discuss shortly on creating visual text drawn. Visual text is anything that uses pictures and other elements of visual arts instead of words to convey meaning, such as photos, advertisements, movies, television shows, cartoons, artworks, books, magazines, signages, and any other that uses images instead of words. Oftentimes, visual text is best exemplified by road signages. Signages nowadays don't have words and are more solely pictures. And now, let's combine all the topics we have this week with this activity. Create your own visual text using the given elements of visual arts. Consider the meanings of the lines, shapes, and colors carefully. You can refer back to the lessons you have on your notes. That's all for this week. I hope you have learned something from me. Once again, this is Teacher Jackie saying, discover, learn, have fun only at V-Class TV. Until next time!